Good evening, everybody. Welcome back again to another live show on the channel. We're doing the match review and the player ratings from today's defeat 2-1 against Liverpool at St James's Park. We are all really gutted after that. I mean, well in control of the game pretty much. And Eddie Howe decides to make some questionable substitutions. And then look what happens after that, unfortunately. Joined by me, Sid, how are you feeling after that still?
Yeah, getting there, but it's one of those days. But here's what comes against Brighton. I feel like that's a must-win game now.
It could be. I can't see why it's not as well. Why we can't win there. Look at Brighton came off the back of a 3-1 defeat against West Ham, which I think must have shocked a lot of people as well. So, yeah. Well, guys, if you do enjoy tonight's match review and player rating show, remember to hit the thumbs up. Of course, smash that subscribe button. Of course, if you're brand new to the channel, or if you're not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It's completely free to do so, and it just helps make the channel grow as well. And, of course, that bell notification to let you know whenever there's a live show or a pre-recorded video on the day as well. If you would like to donate to the channel, we do have Super Chats available as well. So hit the $ if you want to give something. Again, if you want to become a member of the channel for just 99p, and if you are a member of this channel, you will be entered into a prize draw. So that's if you want to be in charge of that, just to become a member of the channel. Well, then, let's dive into a few of the comments because some are really coming in now. Ian, hope you're well, buddy. David says, I think Eddie Howe did the substitutes wrong today. For me, he shouldn't have took off Isak and Miggy. He should have took Isak off, Miggy off, not to take Gordon and Sandro Tonali off. He should have kept, as this is why the title of the show says it was wrong to take Tonali and Gordon off. Isak, he was ineffective today. Miggy, he wasn't bad. He should have maybe scored one of them chances, I've got to admit. So he probably could have... I would have understood to take Miggy off, but Gordon was a threat all game. And I've got to say, Tonali, the way he controlled that midfield of ours was outstanding. He was replaced by Longstaff, who did subtle when he came on. So, yeah. Hey, lads. Jason, hope you're well, buddy.
Jason?
Andrew, hope you're well as well, man. I'm sorry, but I was blaming Al for this one. Yeah, you've got to question the substitutions he made the day. Gordon was by far the best player on the pitch, and we would have won if we stayed honest. We dominated. Yep, I agree. We could have done. Typical Scouser stealing things. Well, yeah.
I wouldn't say it would have been. I wouldn't say it was them tonight.
Yeah. Even in Pedro, Mighty Mason, debatable over whether it should have been 9 men. It should have been 9 men for Liverpool. The fact is, Trent Alexander was on a yellow, which was he arguing? Was it about the throne he was arguing over again? Because I think it was more down your end, Mason, wasn't it?
I think so.
And then he goes and brings down Gordon, who's going away, who's running away with the ball. Well, I'm sorry, that's a yellow, worthy of a yellow all day long, and I can't believe Trent was managed to avoid that. But I've got to say the Virgil van Dijk one, it's a correct decision. It's a denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. Isak would have been through on goal. So it was a correct decision to send Van Dijk off. And I can't believe Van Dijk having the balls to argue about it as well. He knew what he's done. So... Good evening, Peter. Yet again, sorry for not being on holiday. Last week was on holiday at Whitley, but he had a great time. Oh, nice one, Philip. You had a great time. And as well, Ian, again, hope you well, lads.
Nice.
Yeah. Evening, Mason, says Philip.
Right.
Trent Alexander should have had a second yellow. He should have. Eddie, I've got it completely wrong today, I'm afraid. Yeah, the substitutions he made were questionable. You want a half-drunk guest on, lads? Go on, Ian. I'll have to see. Just bear with me a moment. Let's see if I can. I'm not sure if I'm following you on Twitter now, Ian. I'm not too sure. So, yes. Get it on, Ian. Send us the link. All right, Facebook. Hold on. Just bear with me, Ian. Go on, and I'm going to grab Ian on this one to see what his thoughts are going to be as well. So, There's me a second. This will be an interesting one from Ian. Yeah, you've just seen your message. So there you are, Ian. And we'll see you in a moment. I see Wilson starting against Brighton, says Bia. Do you think that's a possibility, Mason?
I mean, he's got a kind of good record against Brighton, to be honest, but I feel like he could. But it's just seeing how it all depends on how he fits in the game, because obviously Brighton got beat up West Ham yesterday.
Yep.
And I feel like Brighton will be on a different level compared to yesterday. And I feel like whoever we start on Saturday as a striking position, I feel like we'll need to be up the game, because Brighton will be on a different level compared to yesterday.
Absolutely. Even in Peter Mason, can you see Eddie making a change in the start lineup? He probably could do if Botman's going to be injured. I mean, Mason, hopefully that's not a serious one, because that looked worrying when he went off. We've seen a stretcher come first, but it didn't go off on the stretcher. He was then helped off the pitch. The way he landed on his ankle.
Well, I didn't see what happened, but I mean, because it was at my end. But yeah, I feel like it could be a serious one, and if he is going to be out for a long period of time, who are going to get in? There's not many players I can think of who can bring in on loan, because that's what I think they're going to be doing, bringing a loan in. Probably, I don't think it'll probably be from the Premier League this time. I think it'll probably be like from Spain again, probably France again, maybe Italy. But the thing is, we haven't brought a player in from Germany yet under the new regime. So I'll probably think they'll probably will look a bit into the Germany market, to be honest.
They could do if they're going to go in for another player at least. I'm still fuming with how we just couldn't be bothered once Gordon went off. It was a mistake. Jurgen Klopp behaviour throughout appalling with grinning his teeth. Oh, I can't stand the idiot now. Van Dijk behaving like a baby with a send-off. He knew what he'd done. What was Bruno doing away, giving the ball away for the second goal? What an absolute arsehole. He shouldn't have been giving the ball away. But I didn't think Bruno played that bad the day, I've got to admit.
I think he did all right.
At times he wasn't too bad.
I'm just pissed off of him and Botman for, sorry for swearing, but them two have pissed me off with big style. Because
I thought Botman was outstanding, but he could have done better with that one, couldn't he?
They've done well today, but they've pissed us off completely with what they did. There was just literally no need no need whatsoever for what they did, because of the cost were the day.
He's got to be out for a while. The way he went off, God, I hope it's not a serious one. If it's one game and then he's back after the international break, that will be okay. Better than everything except the score. Yeah, Trent very lucky not to be sent off as well. Ref bottled it. He should have went. He should have went as well. I mean, Dan Burn, I thought, was poor today for me. And it just shows why he cannot play in that role now, pretty much. He cannot play there as the long-term future now. We've got Lewis Hall in. Or why not play, maybe give Target a chance to see if it gets him back up to his best again. But I thought Burn was poor the day.
I was disappointed with Burn the day. I mean, he was shaky at times, but I mean, I feel like he's probably going to start again against Brighton. Unfortunately, I feel like he's going to probably will get it depends because he's going to probably will get a mixed reception on Saturday because
he will. He's either going to play in centre back if Botman's going to be out, and then you'll have Target at left back.
If we don't get somebody in before Thursday night, I feel like that will be Sean Dunburn. I mean, I feel like we just need to see how he plays against Brighton because you'll probably will get a mixed reception from.
You probably will do, yeah,
from the Brighton fans because obviously he scored in the way he celebrated. Yes, it is his boyhood club, but Brighton give them an opportunity to play back in the Premier League, and I feel a bit bad in the way for Brighton fans because and the club as a whole because he basically kept them up.
Yeah, hopefully Botman. Yeah,
in the second season.
Yeah, hopefully Botman isn't out too long. I hope he isn't. Dan Burn switched off for the second goal, played him onside, stopped, then chased him. Yeah, I seen that back, and I'm thinking, for God's sake, man, stay with the man. For Liverpool, I thought Mo Salah was a bit quiet. Do you know what I thought he was as well? I thought we dealt with Salah well at times. Particularly, there was a chance when Salah thought he was on clean on goal, and Botman came out of nowhere, made an absolute beltering tackle.
You know what it is? I feel like he is going to Saudi. The way his body language was today, and the way he played, I feel like he is Saudi bound. I feel like he is.
Yeah, absolutely. Burn definitely poor today. Fed defensively, sleepy for the winner. I've said time and time again, Bird's natural position is centre back, but Colsey plays as a left back. Yes, he can play there, but we need a natural left back there. Target Hall, Dummett's there for options as well. Dummett, I wouldn't be playing there anymore. He hasn't got the pace for it, and BS is not Dummett as well. Yes, Ian, you're right, Ian.
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. I've had a few lagers today, so I'm just going to pre-warn you. On the Burn thing, I thought Burn was really good today until this second goal. He made a mistake. That's the only mistake he made. Burn plays really well for me when Trips goes forward and they drop into a back three.
Yeah,
which is what they do. When they drop into that back three, he's solid as a rock. But we all know he's not got the pace. And the problem is you can't make someone who's 6'7" or whatever he is become lightning fast. I honestly thought he had really first 5-10 minutes he was shaky. Then I thought he was absolutely mint until the mistake he made.
Yeah,
and it's really sad because do you know why it is? It's because everyone's going, "Oh, Burn shit, Burn shit." Burn isn't fucking shit. Burn's a centre back.
He's a centre back, not a left back.
He's not a left back. And like he's playing left back because he will do anything for Newcastle United that he can do. 100%. He will do whatever he has to do. But I tell you what, like he will step back if someone better is there to play that.
Yeah, he will.
And he will be, and he could well be. Unfortunately, if Botman is fucking in, sorry, his language is all right.
No, fine, mate.
I've had a few. If he will step in and he'll never be Botman. He won't be as classy as Botman. He won't have the passing range of Botman. But I tell you what, he will do. He'll do what he did for us in the year that he kept us up, and he'll stop people scoring goals. I want people to forget about like. A lot of people are jumping on Burn going, he's shit, he's not quick enough, he's this.
He just shouldn't be playing in the left back spot, should he?
Yeah, but then you can't blame. He's done so well there for us because of the way we've been playing, because we had no left side option. Yeah. We had no Trippier on the left side. Mm-hmm. What happens is Trips goes forward and Trips is playing like a left winger. We overload on the left. Did drop into a back three. And he plays really well on the right side of a back three. So if we played three at the back, which I would rather spit roast my testicles than do him, by the way. But if we did that as a fucking system, he would be perfect there. But he is not a left back. He cannot do. He'll try his best to do it, and it's not that he's technically shite or anything. It's just he just hasn't got the pace to do.
No, he hasn't. That's the problem.
So so then other people will turn around and go, well, Trippier's not that quick, but Trippier's really technically gifted.
He is.
Trips can drop a shoulder and send 3 defenders in the wrong way.
You can
like Tonali will do, like Bruno will do. Dan Burn, if he drops a shoulder, he'll knock the fucking East Stand out. You know what I mean?
Aye. Absolutely. I mean, were you very questionable of the substitutions from Eddie Howe's Ian? I mean, taking Tonali off, who was dominating the midfield, taking going off, who was a threat all game. I mean, bringing Longstaff on, who did nothing for me.
So yes and no, right? Yes, it's dead easy to turn around and say I wouldn't have done that, and I wouldn't have done that. But he knows the players. He knows how much they've got in the engine. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like today, I said before on Steve's fans forum that I was just on. I don't know whether you watched that, but I said before. I said, So today, I thought we were the better team.
Yeah, we were.
Football. We lost today because we are a less experienced, younger team. Mm-hmm. So we signed these fucking amazing quality players, yeah?
Yeah. And
you look at the players across that we've signed, but they're all young. Even the best players we've signed, the Tonalis, is young.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's got experience, but he's still relatively inexperienced.
Yeah.
And then you look through the team. We're signing players for the future, even though they're now, but they haven't got the experience that that the likes of Salah and these fuckers have. Right.
That's it.
There's nothing worse for me than sitting there today where I sat and have some little fucking nutmeg jump on us who was a Liverpool fan.
Oh, God. I mean, I heard there was Liverpool fans in there again.
Like jumped on my shoulder, but he was about 70 and he was about 3 stone. So I know, like he was a tiny, and he was there with his grandson who was a Tomb fan. And so like every part of my being wanted to just go.
I mean, why are they letting these Liverpool fans in the home end? I don't know.
Man, you would have seen him.
Hmm?
Man, you would have seen him.
Yep.
I wasn't even in the game. I had 3 tickets today and I didn't even get in. I was in the sorry lads, I'm drunk. I was in the Sharks bar.
Huh.
So I'm in the Sharks bar because I had a ticket, then I didn't have a ticket, then anyhow.
No.
Anyhow, no, he was a nice bloke, but he just he jumped on me when they scored the second goal. And it's, it was annoying. You see Klopp and you just think we more than anybody deserve to give them one today. They should have had 2 players sent off for me.
Yep.
If it was us, we'd have had 2 players sent off.
Yeah, we would have.
Without a doubt. The way that Klopp went on and the way that Van Dijk went on when he got sent off, he called. So I was watching his exact words, and he called the referee a cheat 3 times. Not just a cheat, an effing cheat.
Bloody hell!
That's and I mean, you if Sky show it again, which they probably won't because they're all Liverpool fans, but he went, you're an effing whatever. And he went, effing cheat, effing cheat, effing cheat as he went off. My understanding of the rules now are that if a team surrounds a referee, and it's not just the captain, that they all start getting yellow cards.
Yeah.
There was 10 Liverpool players around that referee.
No way, yeah.
10 players.
Yeah.
Fucking Klopp was on the sideline. It was a joke. The whole thing's a joke. So they're more interested in keeping Mad Dog not standing inside an area and doing nothing wrong than they are of actually addressing the problem.
Yeah.
Sorry, you know.
That's it.
Yeah, it's just the whole fucking thing's a joke, you know. Like, and it's getting fucking boring now for me.
It is, like, isn't it? Hopefully, Botman will be fine for next week against Brighton. Oh, I'm not too sure. If Salah goes to Saudi, who's going to run me local kebab? Said I would personally give Hall and Livermento a starting place of being a Botman, Anderson, and Bonds for Bruno and Miggy, but knowing Howe, as much as I like him, won't make it happen. He'll go with what he feels right. In a way, I mean,
you can't expect wholesale changes because
you can't. That's the problem.
These players are who have got us here.
Yeah,
and it's dead easy to look at a YouTube video and have a look and just say, "Oh, this 18-year-old kid who is a proper wonder kid, a brilliant footballer, played 12 games for Chelsea. He was the best player on the park when we beat Chelsea 1-0 last year."
He was, yeah, absolutely.
Like, I was stood in the Gallagher, was right there, I was watching him, and I said to my mate when I was in there, I went, "He's fucking class, this Lewis Hall."
Yeah, he does look really good.
We've now got him. But Eddie Howe isn't just going to put him in above anybody.
He's not really, is he?
No, and he can't do it because, you know what it is? If he does that, it destroys the team morale. You know, if he earns his way into the team, which he will,
yep.
You know, like then that's great. He might get an early place in the team if Botman's injured, because Dan Burn will go as
centre back.
Yeah, and then that might be Dan Burn's downfall as left back, which a lot of people are slating him, and I've done it as well. Said he's not quick enough, but do you know what it is today? Apart from that one mistake, I thought he was quality. The amount of times he made recovery runs and tackles in, I can think of 4 off the top of my head where he saved us.
Yeah,
you know, he was good.
Yeah, David says, for me, Liverpool's goalkeeper made an absolutely fantastic. It should be save of the season. Was a cracking save. Even in the end, says Philip. Pope's distribution was questionable the day. He managed to head them out at times. Sandro Tonali modelled his hairstyle on Ian. Says, as early as it is, I'll forget about any league titles. How's this team going to look in February with the FA Cup, Champions League, and
model his suit on mine.
Hopefully, we're still in the race for them. Whenever we are. Premier League teams finished with 10 men. This seems to be end up getting a positive result. West Ham beating Chelsea, Liverpool beating Bournemouth, Arsenal winning at Palace, Fulham drawn at Arsenal. Yeah, absolutely. Even Forest with 10 men nearly getting a draw. They nearly could have got a draw. I'm disappointed by today, but it is what it is. We go on to the next one. That's the thing.
Correct.
As well. So Ben's great, don't get me wrong, but I think Jolin was made more defensive challenges today, was a better defender than him today. I thought Jolin was really good today as well.
What do you think of his first 10 minutes?
He lost the ball a couple of times, did he? But I thought he started really get more to the game, Jolin. I
thought the first 10 minutes he looked like people. I don't care if anyone slates us because I don't care. And I love Joe Linton as much as anybody. He was my player of the season last year, as he quite rightly should have been. But the first 10 minutes of that game, he looked like he'd never kicked a fucking football in his life. He looked awful. And then suddenly, do you know what he did? He smashed someone. I can't remember who it was, but he hit someone. And suddenly, and I was going, fucking hit him, whack. He hit someone, and then he was just like Joe Linton's back. And he was good from then on. And I think it's all mental with Big Joe. I think that he's the only person stopping him being as good as he can be.
Yeah, absolutely. Mason, were you? I mean, the fact is, Mason, the fact is, when Van Dijk got sent off, their substitutions that to take Diaz off and bring Gomez at centre back with Matip, and we didn't really test them out an awful lot of time. But that chance for Miggy where he hit the post, but wasn't a lot after that, was it?
No. I mean,
them two are poor.
I mean, for the lad who came on at number 72,
Yeah,
73.
He's in the
I
70s.
didn't know who he was at first, but I think he did all right at times. But I mean,
But Matip and Gomez.
Matip's finished. I've got to see it now. Matip is finished.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he's still. I don't know how Liverpool he's still playing Liverpool. Like,
Joe Gomez is just rubbish.
I think he needs to. I think he's been there too long. I feel like he needs to move on.
I mean, the fact is, why we didn't really go at them more, because
their defense is woeful.
It is,
but we almost sat back and just thought we'll break them down. And as soon as we were doing that, I remember when it went to half time, because they sort of came back a little bit before half time. They were getting a few chances, and I remember saying to me, pal who I was sat with, we just get to half time and then we'll smash them after half time. And to be fair, I don't know whether I've had a few, but I thought we dominated that game. Yeah. We should have scored multiple goals.
We did, yeah.
I don't want to say it. I hate saying it, but I'm going to say it. Miggy squandered. Miggy had one shot on target.
Yeah, that one which was saved, and then one where he hit the post as well.
The shot on target that he had was a fucking good shot on target, but it was straight to the goalkeeper. The rest were pretty pathetic, for me.
Yeah, the one he blazed over in the second half, I remember one as well.
And he scuffed one off the side of his foot, and we took off Gordon. Gordon was looking great. We took Gordon off. Gordon should have gone where Miggy was for me. But again, we're saying this, and it's like, oh yeah. Well, we should have done this. We should have just won the game. We were the better team.
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
didn't. And you know what it is? Sometimes the better team doesn't win.
It doesn't, does it? We struggled against 10 men. I think if 11 stayed on the field for the Skip Rats, we could have won, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably could have, yeah. Man City, my favourite for the title once again this season. Yeah, probably will be. Julian put himself about today. He did. Miggy unlucky not to go hit the post as well. We honestly should have done better today, but the fans need to respect what the team have done up this point. We can't discredit Liverpool. They are a world-class team. I don't think they've been great so far, but we just didn't take the opportunities we did, and we really switched off.
Pete, the world class going forward, the fucking Sunday pub team class at the back, they are awful in defence. But we didn't. For me, we didn't put enough pressure on them today, which I thought we played well. I thought we played more than good enough to win the game. But
absolutely. Tristan says, Pete, it's because our front line is not at top level. But players who want to improve, top players, but proven goal scorers we haven't. But what if? The fact is, I can't see Isak won't be a proven goal scorer. I mean, I thought I was very disappointed with Isak the day, I must admit, Ian. Were you?
I find it hard to be disappointed with him, because I think he's amazing. I think Isak for me is a world-class striker. I don't think he had his best day today.
He didn't.
I don't think he did, but I don't think he had much. He didn't have the service.
No, a lot of the time, did he?
No, I don't think Miggy's on his game at the moment. I love Miggy, but he's one-dimensional. The one time he went through, and I thought he's going through here, cross it on his right foot. Do you remember when he went through? And all he had to do, I'm not being funny, my fucking dead grandma could have crossed that on her right foot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she's been dead 20 years, right? It was there. Just put your foot on it, and he then turned back, and then it's wasted. I know it's the same thing and everything, and that's great. But I love Miggy, and everyone's going to hate on us for it. But, if that had been Andy Gordon there, right? Get right or left foot, he would have. He's more direct. When you look at the other players, for me, Miggy's he had a brilliant season last season. He had the season of his life. But we've outgrown him now for me, and I know people are going to hate on us, and that's fine. But for me, we've outgrown him now, and we've got better players. I'll play Livramento. I'd play Tino on the right wing before him, being honest.
Maybe that's not a bad idea. You know, he did against Man City, didn't he? We simply have to Barnes are going on the same time to use Miggy as a sub and see how it goes. Eddie could maybe do that. Isak is world level, but he just wasn't on his game the day, unfortunately.
Why didn't he move Isak onto the left? You know,
Wilson up front, maybe.
Wilson up front, Isak on the left, and what's his name, Barnes on the right. If he was going to take, I don't know whether Gordon was fucked or not, but you know.
If it was Bruce or McLaren in charge today, we probably would have lost 3-1. If it was Bruce, we'll be losing by a big scoreline. I like Isak on the left, but we both Gordon and Barnes sold ASM and did by a right foot forward or centre back. Have we got transfer window wrong? No, I wouldn't say so. There's still time maybe to get someone else in. Eddie Howe may look to think and says, right, we don't know how long Botman's going to be out for. That might say we need someone in by this rate.
Can I just say one thing to
Tangy.
So, Tangy, everyone calls you Tangy for some reason, apart from Pete, who's just called you Tangy. Your name must be Tangy because it's not Tangy. Confirm or not confirm, is your name Tangy? It's always bugged me that. It's bugged us for ages.
Tristan says Liverpool have Gakpo 32 goals he signed, Nunes 50 goals for Benfica, John proven at Wolves, Salah 196 goals for Liverpool. They are levels, and until Adidas comes in next season, we have to go on. I'm looking forward to Adidas coming back in. I'll see it like Tanny. All right,
Like
fair
Tanny.
enough. Tanny. Okay.
Okay, Tanny. Appreciate that. Thanks for letting us know.
No problem. Lewis Hall, brilliant saying hopefully we'll get plenty of game time this season. Hopefully. Well, I think Eddie said he's just not ready yet because he's only just come through. He might not have had much training to do, but hopefully he'll get nearly a full week's worth of training before Brighton as well. So we'll just wait and see on that. So yeah, I mean, Mason, what were you disappointed with mostly about the goal, the two Liverpool goals? Was it just the way it was switched off? There's no one picking Nunes up.
The way Botman and Bruno made the mistakes. I mean, they should have done a lot better. I mean,
Botman was really unlucky. He got in front of it. It was the bounce of a ball. I'm not going to go at you, Mason, by the way. It hit him on the arse and then it hit off his heel. For me, that was 9 times out of 10 he intercepts that ball. For me.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Mason, say what you were going to say. I'm not dicking you out or anything.
No, you're right. That's what I was just.
I wouldn't do anyway, Mason, because I've stood next to you. By the way, people in the audience who've never met Mason's fucking massive. By the way,
I
thought he was like a little kid. He's about 8'2", built like a brick shit house.
So Tangy just like I'm saying maybe Wilson has to play until Isak proves he can handle big games and Bruno gives Miley a chance. At least he will fight. Bruno's been since last May. Or the fact is we need Willock back at some point as well, who has that drive and pace as well.
Yeah.
Kind of missing him in a way as well, aren't we? That's the look of shite pool, says Andrew as well. So yeah.
So the thing is, when Willock's on his game and he does that, he is unplayable. He's brilliant.
So hopefully he is back soon.
Yeah, he does it 1 in 2 games or 1 in 3 games, and but again, it's the age. I think what we've done is we're being really clever in one way because we're signing players for next year after, 3 years, 5 years. We're going to be a force to reckon with then. But everybody, including me and us probably, are all thinking, these kids are so class, we can do it now. Yeah. Problem is, they've got all the skills and all the talent in the world, but we came up against a more experienced team today. They should never, as long as I've got a hole in my arse, won that game today, but they did. No, they did. I'm not being a dick. They did, and the reason they won it was because they didn't even do anything clever. They just stuck to what they were doing, and they brought a bogeyman on for us who always scores against us.
Yeah, Ronald says, I was disappointed that Eddie Howe sub Gordon and Tonali when we were only one out up against him, and he should have kept them on, as was said. People will say, oh, but they might have been tired, but the trainer get to normally play out 90 minutes of football as well. So even Paul was saying the same as well. Mason also taunted us with a strip shot on the Man City watch along, but we lost and he didn't do it. Oh, what was this, Mason?
I said if Newcastle had equalised at the last minute, I was going to take your top off.
Oh, Jesus. You would be doing a bloody arch.
Oh. Keeping it soon. Nah, you don't want to see that.
PD is playing free defensive CMs. We don't have a man to get us forward in that team. For me, put Tonali as the 60 solid there. Could do. But Joe Lynn does get forward as well with the ball. So, yeah.
Did you pick up on this today? I thought a lot of the time it looked like Big Joe and Tonali were playing as a double pivot.
It looked like the way at times, weren't they?
Yeah. With Bruno forward, but then Bruno would drop back and one or the other would go forward. But more than not, Bruno was the more advanced midfielder, which I know it's what Bruno wants, but not that Tonali can't do it. But I would have thought it would have been. I would have thought Bruno and Tonali in that double pivot.
Yeah.
Would probably, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
Well, yeah. Well, and instead of Miley would be great options for us in the time. Yeah, there will be. We need to go long for our third free, waiting for our right back to make all the chances, makes us predictable in a way. Well, then we're going to do the player ratings now. So remember to get yours down in the live chat and see what we're going to score and see what we're going to score on today's player ratings. Answer me this: without no injury, why would you take your best player off the pitch? When you clearly see the impact he's having, I just can't wrap my head around it. Yeah, I think Eddie Howe's got to look at that and thinking, I got it completely wrong there, taking Gordon and Tonali off as well.
Who was it keeping it talking about then?
It's either going to be Tonali or Gordon, one of the two.
Well, Tonali was the best player on the pitch for me.
Oh, yeah. Tonali and Gordon were probably the two best.
Yeah.
Bruno wanted to get forward more. He hasn't done much, so I prefer him as the sixes. Tangy, fair enough. Well, then, player ratings time. So remember to get yours down in the live chat. So I'll start with you, Mason. And you can start off with Nick Pulp.
He made a few decent saves at times.
He made one in the first half, I remember.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he made a few decent saves, so I'll probably give him a 7.
Okay. 7, yeah, I don't think that's too bad. I mean, it wasn't his fault for the goals. He came out and headed a couple away, and he did pull off a good save in the first half, I thought, as well. So, yeah, I think 7's good. Andrew's going for an 8. Eddie has to be clearing his tactics because our owners won't back. Yeah. Pope a 7 as well. Yeah, so I think 7's reasonable. Okay, then I'll go to you next, Ian, and you can take Mr. Kieran Trippier.
I actually thought Trips was mint today.
I thought you did well as well, yeah.
Yeah, I thought Trips was if we'd have won the game, I would have given a much higher score. But that's nothing to do with him. Few of the deliveries weren't perfect, but I'd give him a solid 8. Like I thought he was really good today. Do you know what I love about Trips as well is he's probably about if you stood him next to Mason, it'd be up to Mason's like knee. The Mason's nearly as big as friggin' as Paul of Toon Review. He's a big lump. No, but Trips is a what is he? 5'9", if that.
Something like that. I'm not sure off the top of my head.
But he wins all his headers.
Yeah, he does.
He times his run, he times his jump. I thought he was excellent today.
Yeah, 8.
I'm going to give him an 8 because
there's a lot of 8s coming in as well. Even JJ says as well. Ronald's going for 6
but to be honest, if I wasn't being pissed off about losing, I'd probably give him a 9.
Yeah, absolutely. Right then. So again, I will take Mr. Fabian Schär. And I thought Fabian Schär did well in the game as well. I thought he was quite solid as well. And he's just been a solid rock at the back as well. You're thinking he must have a body made of steel at times. But he didn't get any injuries, I thought, today as well. But I thought Fabian Schär was very solid for me the day, I thought. So I'm going to say should give Faz to Fabian Schär. I'm going to say a 7 for Fabian Schär. There was a free kick. There was a comment that's just coming. I'm going to say as well. There was a free kick he wasted in there as well. So there's a lot of 6 there. Wasn't the great. So yeah, could have done better with that Schär. 7. So yeah, I think 7.
Defensively, I'd have given him an 8.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was good, but that was a terrible free kick.
It could have been a lot more better. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, then Mason, back to you. The Rolls Royce. Let's just pray it's not a serious injury.
Yeah, Sven Botman.
Brilliant today.
I think he was excellent. I'm praying toes, fingers, everything, the lot crossed that it's not his first feared with his ankle.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I'll give Botman I'll give him a 7 again.
Oh, I think 7's a bit harsh there.
Actually, I'll give him a 9.
No.
I'll give him a 9.
Mason, stick to your 7.
Well, it's Mason's choice, but yeah, if he wants to stick to it.
I'm going to say, Mason, if I was you, I'd have let Botman come round to your house.
Yeah, 9. There's a lot of 9s. There's a lot of 8s coming in as well. Ronald's give a 7. Botman would have been high if it not been for the fortune error. Maybe got to talk about the error he made as well. So maybe Racing had a right to say 7.
I would say 8. I would say 8. I'd say, and if Botman, apart from the error, which, let's be honest, the ball, he intercepted the ball with his thigh.
Yeah, absolutely.
It flicked off his thigh, hit the back of his heel, and that was the jammiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Absolutely. So,
And let's be honest, the bloke, apart from that, did not step a foot out of joint. I would personally invite him round to my house for Sunday dinner. I'd give him extra gravy, 2 Yorkshire puddings, and let him tuck me missus in to bed. You know what I mean?
Oh, God almighty. What would have been? There's a lot of. But Schär 7, Botman 8, Tonali 10, Pub 4. He was scared of Liverpool. Going to 9, Bruno 6, Stroll into 6, and Miggy 4, Bernard 2, Trippier 7. Okay, then right, so it's back to you, Ian, and you've got Big DB.
Hard one, this. I thought when he was playing in the position that he should play in, he was absolutely excellent. And when he was playing in the position he had to play in at times, he was what you would expect. So, defensively, I would have given him an 8. As a left back, I would have given him 5. He made one mistake for me that I see, one glaring mistake.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's fair for us to slate the lad because he's playing there because there's no other better option. If there was, if Matty Target was the better option, he would be playing. Yeah,
he probably would have been. Some have gone for a 7. Someone going for 6s. If 6s,
so I would go.
Phillips going for 3. Dan Ben 5, too slow, getting targeted every game now. Hall has to start from now on, says Tang.
I agree. No, I agree with that. I agree with that completely. So when it drops to a back 3, he's absolutely solid as a rock. When he's back 4, he's not suitable. So I would say defensively, I'd have given him an 8. As a left back, I'd have given him a 5. And I would, because of the mistake, I'd probably have said a 6. Which I hate to say because I absolutely love the lad.
Yeah, you do.
You know, it feels like you're cheating on your you know, it feels like you're cheating on your mum. Not your mum, but you know what I mean? Like,
God, yeah. Absolutely. Okay, then back to me. I will take next that man there, Sandro Tonali, and it was wrong to take him off. He was excellent today. He dominated that midfield, I thought, and he should have stayed on for me, and he shouldn't have been taken off. So I think Tonali deserves a 9 for me because he was dominating in that centre midfield. So
9 all day.
Yep, 9. If
Do you know
someone
what?
go for 10, then fair enough.
Pete, the other thing was when Tonali looked like he was not going to get his foot in on a ball, he must have like an extendable toe. Do you know what I mean? Because he looked like he wasn't going to win a ball. He was going for a 50-50. And then his like toe went, it's like go gadget fucking toe. And it just came out and nicked the ball. I thought he was like he was nicking balls that he shouldn't have got off them. I thought he did really well.
Absolutely. Gordon's had to cover for Ben a lot. He has in a way. I love Dan Ben, but time for a change now. Big up panel, says Chelsea Mitchy boy. JJ's going for a 10 for Tonali. Tonali a 9. Tonali a 9. Class act. We need to start using a front three of strikers if we're going to attack with fullbacks, and the wingers have to go goals like Liverpool do. Otherwise, why attack with fullbacks? Yeah, Tonali Mock's going for a 10. Or Tonali, back to you, Mason. You take Bruno.
Bruno, I want to kill that dog. Bruno, I think he did all right, considering he made a mistake for the goal. I was going to give him an 8, but if he hadn't have made that mistake for the goal, I would have given him an 8, but I'm going to give him a 7.
Okay, then. Yeah, I didn't think he was that bad the day, Bruno, but yeah, you pointed out that mistake.
I thought Bruno was actually good today.
Some are going for 6, going for 6, BS going for an 8. Did some good things, could have done all for 6.
Yeah, I agree with Bia. I think 6 is fucking harsh, like. Just my
6,
opinion.
so completion for the second goal. That's fair enough.
Maybe latest opinions in it. Maybe I was watching a different game. I thought Bruno was really good today, apart from the mistake.
Absolutely. Okay, yeah. So back to you, Ian, and you have Mr. Drew Linton.
Nice. Cheers for that. Pete, when I said I was coming on, I just thought I'd leave now. Oh, this is an hard one because I love Big Joe. First 10 minutes, he looked like he'd never kicked a football in his life. For me, he looked awful. Then he started kicking people, and he looked like the Joe Linton that we love.
Yep.
And then he got took off. So it was like a game of 2/3, if you want to put it that way. Yep. So I would say once he got into the swing of things, I think he was an 8. But before that, he was shit. The first 10 minutes, he was awful. It looked like he'd never kicked a ball. So I'd give him a 7 because I love him, and he was awesome once he got into it. And then he got pulled off, didn't he? So
yeah, absolutely. Bro, Phillips going for a 2 for Bruno. Wow. Joe Linton the 7, so some 7s coming in. Bruno, Joe Linton and 8 won the ball back a lot. Him going off was critical.
Philip give Bruno a 2.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely not a 2. Pete, until 19, Tonali was a CDM. It's his profile since he was 6 years old.
Philip, put the crack pipe down.
Yeah. Yeah, let Bruno free. He can't play the 6, let him create solid performance. Yeah. And so we're going for a 7 as well. So, okay. Back to me now. I will go with... So now on to the front three now. So it's back to me. I'll take Mr. Anthony Gordon. And again, it was the wrong to take him off, unfortunately. He should have stayed on. And he was superb. He looked a threat every time he got that ball. He looked a massive threat. And he's getting better and better. He's picking off from where he was with the Euros with England. He's picking off from where he left off from there. And he's looked a really hell of a player now. He done well to get the goal and use the advantage for Alexander Arnold's mistake as well. So, yeah. I'm going to say a 9 for Gordon. He was excellent. So Liverpool couldn't do anything with Big Joe on the pitch. They couldn't at times. 10, 9, 9, There's a 9 and 10 for Gordon as well. He was excellent today, as I mentioned as well. So, yeah, Gordon man of the match as BI. He was excellent.
What's your score?
9. But 10's not definitely 10. If 10,
No,
yeah.
9 or 10 is a great score, isn't it?
Absolutely, it is. Okay, back to you, Mason. So you take Mr. Thingy on the right, out Miggy.
I think he did all right a bit, but I feel like he needs to play a bit more better. Considering that shot what went to straight Alisson, I'll give him a 6.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, I'll give him a 6.
Maybe he could have done better with maybe one of the chances.
I think he could do a little bit. I think he could have done a little bit better with his shooting.
Yeah, maybe it was just the finishing that let him down. Going to 10, Liverpool couldn't handle him. Going 10 would have officially man if the match he stayed on. 6, Miggy 6, good work. No end product, wasted a big chance. Love you all, by the way. Cheers, Ian. Just for that. Miggy a 7. Miggy a 6, good lively. Finishing poor, especially via Viken.
Just me palling it.
That's it. So, yeah, you just give me... Okay, last of the starting 11. Back to you, Ian. Isaac.
It's an hard one because I thought if we'd have kept Isak on, he was going to be really dangerous. I didn't think he did anything wrong. I don't think he had any service or not a great deal of service. I'd have given him an 8, but people are slating him, and I'm just like, well, his movement was good. He did as much as he can do. Is it a 7? Is it an 8? Like, I'm backing him. I think he's Isak and Bruno and Tonali and Botman and just going through our best players. No, Isak's the one in our team where you can go. He is truly a world-class player, but he needs to get service.
He does, and you don't give him the service. How do you expect
You
him
don't give
to
him the
score the
service.
goals?
And we should have, and we didn't. And we didn't do that because of a lack of experience. Next year, if that happens again, it'll be different. I think what we've got to do is all keep it in context. It's a very, very young team.
Yeah, so what's the rating for Isak and Ian?
Can't remember. No, 7, 8, 7.5.
Oh, normally don't do halves, but
all right then. All right, 7.
7, okay then. So we're going for a 5.
Fuck off. Sorry.
We need a proven goal scorer in January as we get 40 million if we get through the group. Isak isolated at times. It was Andrew.
What, DB?
Yeah.
Fuck off, Andrew DB. You're my mate.
Oh, Taggy's gone for a 4. Absent. He needs to play on the left like Rashford does for Manu. We have too many players play for left forwards. Isak a 6 started bright but ineffective as the game wore on, sadly with the lack of service. Maybe, yeah. Okay, we'll go to substitutions.
Some of my mates on here, I'm looking forward to finding you on the chat. And another thing, I'm going to give you pelters. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, okay, then right, we'll go into substitutions. I will start with Callum Wilson, who came on. I didn't think he did an awful lot, Wilson, when he came on. He had the chance, but he scuffed it way over the bar. That was the problem. I thought, is he pushing for a start against Isak? Maybe, I'm not sure, but I didn't think he did an awful lot when he came on. I thought Callum Wilson, so I'm going to have to say 6 for Wilson. I didn't think he did an awful lot when he came on for me. So I'm going for 4 or 5. Andrew DB, you won the Wilson 500 balls, wasted that one chance. Yeah, well, okay, back to you, Mason. You can take Harvey Barnes.
If he had took that chance in the second half when he came on, I would have given him a 6, but I want to give him a 5.
Okay then. Yeah,
I think he did all right in patches, but I feel like he should have done better with his shooting.
Give out your melons, says Andrew. Okay. And the other substitution that came along the same time with Bonds and Wilson. So that's back to you, Ian. It was Longstaff.
I did next to fuck all for me.
Yep.
But you can't blame him for doing next to fuck all because there was not a lot for him to do. It was by that point they were just pissing around with it.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I mean? The whole team were just sticking around with it, and that's where we had no forward impetus. It wasn't just him; it was the whole team. If we'd have gone for them, we would have beat them 3 or 4-1.
Yeah,
you know, we didn't do that, so I would have given. I would literally give him I would give him a 5 at best.
Yeah.
Who was the player before as well that Mason had?
Bonds.
Barnes, I thought did okay. Actually, I thought he at least.
It was okay, but he did waste a great opportunity.
He did. But I would have had Barnes on. For me, I don't know. Like I'm going to get slated here, but I would have had Barnes on above Miggy because Miggy wasted.
Yeah, probably would have done as well.
And I think Barnes scores goals. That's what he does.
He does Longstaff. Yeah, some are going for 3. There's a lot of 5s for Bonds.
Miggy at the moment, he couldn't score in a brothel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he had some great chances, which he did take.
He
All
really
subs are 5. Bonds 5, thought he was shy, to be fair. Same for Longy. Longstaff a 4. Longstaff a 3, back to Bruce Vision from last 2 sub appearances. Longstaff done that fall. He really didn't do anything at all, did he? That was the thing. So, yeah, well, so it's back to me. The next substitution was Ellie Anderson, and he only came on with about 82nd minute. Didn't have enough time to make a great impact in the game. I thought Anderson, so I'm going to go 5 for Anderson. And again, the last substitution. So let's get back to you again, Mason. But again, we didn't come on with a longer time, and that was Matt Target.
I'll just give him a standard 5 for basically not being on for as long as like you should be. You only came on because of what's his face, Botman's injury.
Yeah, that was it. So yeah, I think so. Love you, Andrew DB. I love you. Anderson never had a sniff, so 3, 5, Target, not any because he came on very little. Anderson didn't have a chance. No, not really. He didn't. So we've marked all the players now. So just 3 more ones to do. 4, Sisbia, because again, he didn't have a making impact. Right then, so back to you, Ian, and you can take the referee, John Brooks.
Well, he tried to not give anything to us.
Mm-hmm.
He gave a few decisions early doors, which he couldn't not give. And then he tried to not give anything to us. He couldn't not give the sending off as a sending off.
Yeah.
I think the bloke's a fucking official little prick and a wanker and a shit referee, as I do all the referees that I've seen in the last year.
Yeah.
I would like to say that it's just me being like looking at it through like blinkered eyes, being a Tomb fan, but it's not. We get fuck all off these pricks.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, don't we?
I don't want to say that, like, but you'll get cancelled. And they he gave us the sending off, and then he did not give us the licking of a dog's bollocks after that. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I agree.
He didn't. So he's about as much use as a fart in a spacesuit, and as they all are, you know.
Yeah.
Like the fact he went to VAR to see if that was a red card, you know, like when Van Dijk had wiped him out, he stood on one foot and kicked the other leg out from underneath him, and the ball just happened to move in the direction that he fouled it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a fucking joke. But that, like, they'll do anything to fuck us over.
Yeah, so what's the rating for the referee?
Fuck off.
1.
Fuck off.
Hey, there you go. Andrew, minus 47. Bottled the Trent Alexander second yellow. Ref was a joke.
Correct. He should have been off for that as well. That was professional foul. If who was it on? Fucking hell, I can't remember. I'm pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was fucking Gordon. If Gordon had ducked his hand and Trent's hand had hit him in the face, that would have been a red card anyway, because he fucking just went whack like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hit him on the shoulder, it knocks him off the ball. It was a professional foul. That I agree with Andrew there. Like that was a yellow all day.
Absolutely. Should have said John Brooks a 2. Should have said Trent off. Let Liverpool take a quick free kick whilst ball was still moving. Did book Klopp or Liverpool players for dissent. He didn't. Referee 1, Van Dijk sent it off. Only thing he got right, really should have gone to Specsavers for the Trent incident. Brooks was shite. Arnold should have been sent off for a second yellow, absolutely. We couldn't be 10 men, but let's face it, we should have been playing 9 men. So yet again, we have been done by the officials. Bottle job, ref a 0. We got out after he said Dick off. Well, he didn't. So there you are. Right, then back to me, and I'll take our fans, and the fans get an absolute 10 because we were brilliant again on the match day. The atmosphere was cracking. You know what we're like on a match day, whether it's home or away. Fans, superb again. Brilliant as always. So a 10 for them. And the last one, so you, Mason, the manager, Eddie Howe. Our manager.
We all have a go on this one.
I want to put it off my chest a bit. There's no need to bring off three off a standout players from the day.
Just say it, Mason. Say what you think.
Bottle the game. If them who had been on the pitch, we would have won that game 1-0. So he had the balls to take all 3 of them off and then we got beat.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, I'm going to give him a 4.
Oh, okay then.
Because he pissed me off after what he did. Like.
Okay then. Fair enough then. Where I'm up to fans of 10. Dick Van Dijk should have 1 match ban extended to 3 for his response and not leaving the pitch. He took ages to leave the pitch, didn't he? Fans of 10, fans 100, fans of 9, only a 10 when Bulkalan shows up.
Can we all give Andrew DB a vote as well on what Andrew DB's comments deserve tonight?
Yeah, fans of 10.
Andrew DB, I'd say 5. What do you reckon, Mason?
Hey.
Yeah.
Lower.
Fans and that one, he says, when Bulkalan. How a 5? He says, no, I'm not feeling suicidal yet. Oh, please don't, David. Hope you don't. How to? No excuses. Sorry, subs wrong. Going tonight should never been taken off. Eddie a 5 took J7 off. Gordon, Tonali, going 3 players winning back the ball midfield and collapsed after that. Eddie a 5 for me. I think he's trying to keep too many players happy, but Gordon and Tonali should have been sacrificed. How was that made bad? Sub 700. Ye geek bulb lol, says Andrew as well. So
what did he say?
You geeked bulb lol.
No, I reckon. Like I reckon for me, and Andrew DB should definitely get a 4, but Eddie Howe should probably actually get a 6 because I don't think he did too much wrong. I think he made a couple of mistakes, but I think we lost it on the players on the field more than anything. We had more up on that field to win that game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't disagree with Mason, who looks fucking knackered there, by the way.
It's been a long day, hasn't it? So he says, Andrew DB, love you, man. I'm off now, guys. Have great fun. Love you all. Take care onwards. See you. Cheers, Philip. Onwards to Brighton on Saturday. Absolutely, which I'll be down there next week as well. The long journey down the south coast. Klopp's teeth. Oh, Jesus.
Right, Andrew DB saying Klopp's teeth. Is that aimed at me? It
could be anyone. God almighty.
I have got new teeth, though. Is that aimed at me?
No, I think he's had a good Klopp.
No, I have. Like, I don't mind. I love Andrew DB. He's one of my favourite people.
Mark, Andrew DB and 8. Tonali was brilliant. I think Bruno needs some time on the bench. Thanks, Mark. Some politeness, says Andrew as well. So there you are. No score, Klopp's teeth.
All right.
I don't know what I would give Klopp's teeth, I must admit, because
What'd you give my teeth? They cost a fucking fortune.
Jeez. Oh, God, man. Yeah, well.
I'll never be invited back on, Pete. Thanks very much for having us, mate.
Hey, you can come back anytime at all. Right, then, so that is it. We're going to start to draw the show to a close now. It's been great. Some interesting talking points we've discussed. Well, still disappointed. Hopefully, we'll go away to Brighton and turn that around, which hopefully we will do. I'm hoping, well, I can't see why we can't brew in at Brighton. It's going to be a tough place, but they came off the back of a 3-1 defeat against West Ham, which shocked a lot of people, I really, really thought as well, who says we can't go down there to the Amex Stadium and do the same thing. I'll give Klopp's a bunch of fives. If this match had been played at Anfield, there would have been 2 red, yeah. I would love to be the baseball man trying Klopp's teeth for a home run. Not is it your Davey Peach? No, you've been on one of my thingy shows.
Times, yeah, Andrew DB. If you'd actually been watching, you'd know that. You know what I mean?
That's it.
A long-standing PD Proudlock helper.
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely, yes. So that is it, yeah. So what we got next coming out on the channel again, we'll keep an eye out for any news that I might do a video on that might find interesting. We may look to do something for the Champions League because it gets drawn on Thursday, and of course deadline day is on the 1st. We've also got the preview for the Brighton game as well. I'm going to ask Mason, are you okay to do the watch along since I'm down at Brighton on the Saturday?
I'm at the Gator game, and the thing is, they kick off at 5:30 as well.
All right, that's no problem. So it looks like we know what.
I was literally going to do it, but I forgot the game.
Yeah, all right, that's no problem. So it looks like we know watch along.
I love the Heat.
Nothing wrong with the Heat, actually. She threw it away yesterday. I've been on Pizza Rare Appearance. Yes, you have, Andrew. You've been on my show at least once, so there you are. Well, then, guys, if you have enjoyed tonight's show, please, of course, remember to hit the thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button. Of course, if you're brand new at the channel, if you're not yet subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. It's completely free to do so, and it really has helped me and the channel grow as well. And remember, hit the bell notification to let you know of any other live shows or any other pre-recorded videos get uploaded there to the channel as well. Feel free to donate as well. Feel free to become a member for only just 99p a month. If you are a member of this channel, you will be entered into a prize draw as well. Get Ian to do the watch along drunk. Oh,
always.
Jesus.
I'll be fucking there, mate. Don't worry.
Viewers couldn't handle my gorgeousness, says Andrew. Says God Almighty. So there you are.
Andrew,
well, guys, yeah.
Andrew DB is actually my pal.
Yeah, well, there you are. Any news on Botman's injury? We'll get more on that during the week, I would have thought. So hopefully, it's not too serious. So there you are. Well, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a great bank holiday as well. Hopefully, don't let today get. Disappoint you too much. We'll move on to Brighton next week, and hopefully, we'll look for an improvement in that game. So there you are. See you later, guys. Take care.
Could be worse.
Absolutely. Away the lads. See you later, everyone.